Kotlin, nullable types are a concept that does not exist in most other programming languages, with the exception of the optional type in Swift. The purpose of nullable types is to provide a safe and consistent approach to handling situations where a variable may have a null value assigned to it. In other words, the objective is to avoid the common problem of code crashing with the null pointer exception errors that occur when code encounters a null value where one was not expected. By default, a variable in a Kotlin cannot have a null value assigned to it. For example, let's assign a null value to some variable, and you will see more explanation. For example, val username, and let's make it string and null. As you can see here, null cannot be a value of a null type string. So if a variable is required to be able to store a null value, it must specifically declared as a nullable type by placing a question mark after the type declaration. As you can see here, our error is gone. The username variable can now have a null value assigned to it without triggering a compile error, as you can see here. But if we delete the nullable type question mark here, this will throw an exception and our code cannot compile anymore and will contain an error. But after adding this question mark, the error is gone. Once variable has been declared as nullable, a range of restrictions are then imposed on the variable by the compiler to prevent it being used in situations where it might cause a null pointer exception to occur. A nullable variable cannot, for example, be assigned to a variable for non-null type as like this. For example, I want to show you some example. Val surname, and let's create an string here as well, declare, and username. Let's assign to username. So as you can see here, we will get an error, a type mismatch, because required string, but without non-nullable. But our username variable here is string, but nullable string. For basic explanation, the only way the assigned will be permitted is if some code and condition is added to check that value assigned to the nullable variable is non-null. So for example, we can do like that. If username is not null, you will see conditions and expression as well. You will learn about it. We just want to create an example here. If username is not null and val.first val.firstName string here, string for example username, or Mamma Mia here. As you can see here, we have not error because Kotlin knows it. So the assignment will only take place, in this case, the assignment will only take place if the username variable references a non-null value.